Hello, my name is Avery. I am a first-time mom to a precious, sweet, perfect little 5-month-old baby boy named Fisher. He was born in January, and in December, I filmed myself making a what I'm putting in my hospital bag video. And today I'm going to be watching it and reviewing what I would change, what I would add, all that. Throughout my entire pregnancy, even before I was ever pregnant, I used to watch mom vlogs, what's in my hospital bag, day in the life, just literally everything about being a mom and having a baby. I've always wanted to be a mom, and I am just so thankful that God blessed me with my son and that I'm finally able to live the life I've dreamed of. I feel like my hospital bag was pretty good. I don't think there was anything I was lacking. I just think there was a lot of stuff that I didn't need to bring. So a quick little birth story. I wanted to have a natural birth, but I had back labor for probably 4 or 5 days at home. Absolutely terrible. It is literally the worst feeling I've ever felt in my life. I thought I was dying for days and I could not even sit. I could barely stand. I couldn't even lay on a bed. Like, it was, contractions are one thing, and yes, contractions are tough, but contractions let up. What I was experiencing for 4 days did not let up. There was no 2-minute break in between. It was literally nonstop. I would call like the hospital saying, I need to come in, I'm going into labor. And they're like, just try to take a shower, lay in the shower. I'm like, I can't do that. I couldn't, oh my God, it was awful. So I did most of the laboring at home. Get there, they do my cervical check, and I was dilated to a 7. So that was like, thank God. Like a couple days prior, I went in and I wasn't dilated at all. And I'm like, why am I going through so much pain for nothing? So hearing that I was dilated to a 7 was like, oh, thank God, that was worth something. I was doing something, you know, I wasn't just in pain for no reason. We were there for, hours. It was about 10 hours. I ended up getting an epidural, which was awful because my back is so tight. It took them over an hour to get the epidural in. Don't recommend. But then hours had moved on. I had not improved at all, and Fisher wasn't coming out. He was looking sideways, looking at the water, they said. So we ended up having a C-section, and I'm glad we did because my entire pregnancy, I just like had dreams about him coming on like 111 or at 11:11. Like I just always saw 11:11 or 111, and I love the number 11. Like I just kept seeing these signs. Then he ended up being born at 11:11 p.m., which was really crazy. And it was kind of like, okay, a C-section is scary. I don't want to have to do that, but it was like meant to be. So that was really special. So I have this experience of a C-section. That's what I know. I don't know much about recovering the other way, but I do know C-section. Anyways, I am going to watch this little video and I'm just gonna see what I think. So I'm almost 37 weeks pregnant, and I realized I don't have our hospital bags ready. I have been slowly putting things together for the babies, so I thought I would show you what I put in his bag. I'm a first-time mom, so I have literally no idea what I'm doing. So we were actually gifted 2 of these Eddie Bauer diaper bags, which is perfect because I'm gonna have one in my car, one in his truck. So I thought I would use one of these for the baby's hospital bag. Well, I just stopped it to tell you that I love these diaper bags. They're amazing. There's so many pockets. Perfect. I love, there's like a little wipe holder on the side, but I will say we do not have 1 diaper bag in my car and 1 in his car. If I'm being honest, we have 2 diaper bags in his nursery, and we just grab one and fill it up before we go anywhere, and then it just comes with us. So there's no like sitting in this truck, sitting in that truck. It was a great idea, but that's just not how it works, I guess. So I might be going a little overboard with the packing, but whatever. So the first thing I had in this little pocket is the Hello World name sign. We actually have 2. I don't know which one I want to do yet. I guess it just depends on what matches the vibe better. We literally couldn't decide, so we did both of them. But we ended up going with this. I put some, I don't know if I need all these. I don't think I need all of these, if I'm being honest. I think I'm gonna take 2, but these are burp cloths. I'm sure they have them there, but I was just thinking, I'm like, a burp cloth can get bad so quickly, and then you can't wash it at the hospital. But I wonder if they have them there. Whatever, they're already in here. I have 2 of these. You don't need burp cloths. They have literally everything for you. Everything that I'm packing here, they have for you. You don't need to bring your own burp cloths. If I'm being honest, I feel like it took weeks for Fisher to truly even spit anything up. I don't know if that's accurate, but I just don't think you need burp cloths. You could bring 1 if it makes you feel better, but they'll have them there. Pacifiers, I don't even know if I'm gonna introduce them in the hospital, but I was like, okay, well, it's better to be safe than sorry. I did not introduce did I? No, I did not introduce a pacifier until we got home. Maybe he was a week old when I introduced it, if even. I wanted to make sure that he knew how to breastfeed prior to introducing pacifiers. I actually didn't want him to be a pacifier baby at all, but honestly, thank God he took it because it's been amazing. It literally is the only thing that'll soothe him other than me sometimes. Not have them, I really don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I also brought these cute little combs just in case he has a lot of hair or even just a little bit of hair. I did bring some shampoo and lotion, and then I got some of the little butt paste and one of the little applicators. So that's what's in there. Okay. Little did I know he would have literally so much hair. I'll insert a pic. He literally had so much hair. That's the first thing they said when he was born. He still has it. He has not lost a single piece of hair. But I will say you don't need a comb and you don't need a brush because he didn't even get his hair washed until like, maybe it was like the 24 hour, which I had no idea. I need to do a whole video on hospital because there's so much stuff that happens you don't even know about. Comb, brush, I don't think you need them. I don't think I ever brushed his hair. Butt paste, you probably don't need it. And then what was the other thing in there? Shampoo and lotion. You don't need that. You don't need that. They will wash his hair for the first time. They smell so good. You don't want to change their scent. Save the space. Do not put all these extra products. They have everything. And I watch videos and I listen to mom say that. And I didn't listen to them. I took ChatGPT's and Chat's like, make this big list of things for the baby. You don't need it. Don't bring the extra things. Okay. So I brought 2 little hats. I know that they give you a hospital hat, and I don't even know if I'll need any more hats, but they say to bring your own because they're just a little bit softer. I don't know. I also am bringing three of these mittens. What is that, what they're called, mittens? You do not need hats. They have a hat, and he or she probably won't wear it that often. I had Fisher wear it for a little bit because they put them in it and it was super cute, but I can't imagine being like, yeah, let me go grab one of those hats and put it on him. But he also had a crap ton of hair, so I wouldn't. Mittens, maybe. Literally any second that the nurses had them, he would come back swaddled. So his hands weren't even by his face, so I don't think mittens are really necessary, but it doesn't hurt to have one. Same thing with a hat if you want to dress them with a hat. I put a little folder in his bag as well because you get a lot of paperwork and literally anything, you need to have a spot for it. Yes, 100% agree with this. I am still using the same folder for all of his appointments. I still have my discharge papers from the hospital and still have his little footprints. You need this, and having something like this will make sure your papers don't get lost. They're just all in one spot. So I'm putting this in his bag because I think I'll see it better than in my bag. I'm gonna bring disposable cameras as well as a Polaroid. And I also need to remember to get like a little folder or something to put the Polaroid pictures in. So I ended up bringing my Polaroid and a disposable camera. I ended up bringing a little Ziploc bag for Polaroids to go into. So if you want to do Polaroids, I definitely recommend having a Ziploc bag that you could also put in the folder or something so those don't get messed up, so that they don't get crinkled. So I wanted to bring this swaddle because 1, I think it's so cute, and 2, it's a little bit softer than I would imagine what the hospitals would have. We also are bringing some blankets. So this is the one my boyfriend picked out that he wanted to bring. This is from my aunt. She gave me this. Has cute little trout on there. And I also have another blanket with ducks on it that's going to be in his car seat so that we can have 2 just in case, because he is due in January, so it's going to be cold. So I brought 2 because you never know, like, if he'll have a blowout in one of these and it gets completely trashed. I brought this gown. These all okay. So swaddles and blankets, here's my honest opinions. Don't bother bringing a swaddle. I literally probably have 6 swaddle blankets from the hospital here. They constantly have him swaddled. Like I said, literally whenever the nurses bring him back, he is swaddled in a new blanket. And then that blanket's yours. So there's no point of bringing your own swaddle blanket. I was thinking with that blanket, oh, I could cover myself while I'm nursing. Girl, those nurses are all up in everything. They are physically teaching you how to nurse the baby. So don't bother with a blanket to cover yourself. The other blankets that we had, the fish one and the duck one, bring them. We had so many visitors that it was fun to like wrap him in a cute blanket like that. Don't bring swaddles. You don't need them because they will swaddle him, but bring a blanket if you want it for a picture or for people to hold him with that, you know? And these also have the little things that go over, like the little mittens. And then my parents got me this one. I think it's so cute. It just looks like wintry. It's a little bit bigger. So I brought 2 gowns because you could stay the night, 1 night, 2 nights, 3 nights, you never know. I thought I'd bring at least 2 of everything. Okay, so we ended up staying for 4 nights. It might have been 3 nights, 4 days, I can't remember. I would bring a gown. I don't think you need 2, but I understand what if there was a blowout. I doubt there would be, but you never know. I would maybe bring 1 gown or 1 onesie, whatever you want your baby to sleep in. My only thing is I feel like he was mostly just in a diaper and then swaddled. I would have him in his clothes and then a nurse would take him and then he'd be naked again, which is totally fine. I just thought in my head he would always be clothed. But then I now from experience realize how much he's not in the room with you, how much he's like doing stuff or is just sleeping or being held where you don't necessarily need to have him dressed. I thought the gowns were really nice and convenient. And then I brought a couple sleepers as well. This one is literally so soft and it just looks like winter. Like if he comes in January, which pray he does, it'll just be like cute and wintry. It's not too Christmassy. It's just like cute trees and is literally the softest thing I've ever felt. It's Carter's. I've never felt a sleeper this soft. So I brought that one. This is 0 to 3 months. And then I also brought some newborns, little like deer and bears. This one is so cute. Just a little, oh my God, he's gonna be so cute. This one's just so cute. Something about stripes. Oh, I love it. That one, God, I'm like actually tearing up. It's so little monkey one. I don't think I'm overdoing it, but my bag is getting a little bit tight. That's what I packed for clothes. I have different opinions on this. One side of me is saying, don't bother bringing all these clothes. He is not gonna wear them. He's gonna be basically naked the entire time. He's gonna be swaddled. He doesn't need these outfits. The other part of me is saying, you had a lot of people come and visit you. Probably close to 50 people came to the hospital. Maybe close to 40. I don't know. We had a lot of visitors. I didn't want him to just be in a swaddle. I wanted him in a cute outfit. I wanted him in a cute blanket. I don't regret bringing outfits. And then I can't show, but I also have his going home outfit. 2 sweaters with his name on it. White onesies to go underneath the sweaters. His little like swaddle blanket that has his name on it as well that he's gonna go on top of for the picture. And then I also have little booties, a little pair of white booties, sage green booties. So his picture literally turned out perfect. I'm so happy with how it turned out, and I'm so glad that I paid the little extra money to get a sweater with his name on it, to get a blanket with his name on it. It just was perfect. I probably paid close to $200 for the outfits and blanket, but I think it was worth it. But I say bring the cute outfit because it's the first time your baby's gonna be introduced into the world ever. So do it in the cutest way possible and make him or her look adorable and cute, and yeah, pay the extra cash, whatever. I also brought a little bag of wipes and have those on this side. It's a little wipe holder. You do not need wipes. Don't bring wipes. Don't bring diapers. Instead, here's my take. Bring a bag with you to take wipes home. They will put a bunch of wipes and diapers underneath the bassinet that goes everywhere. That's all yours. They've already opened them. We've already touched them. That is yours. So bring a big bag and fill it up with all the stuff that they have in your cart, because that's going to be thrown away or whatever they do with it. They will have them for you. So yeah, that is what I'm bringing in his bag. I'm so excited. He's going to be here so soon, literally in like less than 4 weeks. That's crazy. I can't wait to see him soon. So yeah, that's all. Okay. Okay, so I would say limit the amount of clothes you bring. Don't bring any supplies. The clothes that you're gonna bring, make sure they're super cute, personalized if you feel like it. You do not need to bring your baby's whole wardrobe. This video is actually my second take on my hospital bag because I started out with sleepers, outfits. I had a onesie and shorts, onesie and pants. I had shoes, socks. I was like, what am I doing? What am I doing? It's the hospital. don't do it. It is tempting because you are a new mom, you're about to have a baby, you want them to look so cute, and I get that. Pick 1 to 2 sleepers that are super cute for them to wear when people are visiting, wear for those type of first pictures. Bring a name sweater, bring a name outfit, bring a name blanket for whatever post you're gonna make about your baby, or even just a picture if you're not gonna post them. Obviously, this is just for the baby's bag. This isn't the mom or the dad's bag. I feel like I was pretty spot on with the things I got. I don't think I was missing anything. Ooh, I just thought of one that I did not bring that I could have brought. So, nails. Fisher had long nails. He had literally like broken nails when he came out. That is something I didn't have, was a nail clipper / a filer. I have no idea if the hospital has them. They may, I just never asked. Maybe a filer would be ideal to bring to the hospital with you because I could have probably benefited from that. If you're having a baby like me in the winter, I brought a car seat cover that was like a fluffy one. I actually have that on my link tree. So I recommend bringing that because it's cold outside. It was literally so freezing. But when it comes to postpartum things for mom, what I do recommend is a fan for yourself, just one that will wrap onto the bed or right next to you, especially if you are laboring. I'm guessing you'll need that. I never had to like truly push in labor. I labored, but I didn't push. The fan was just nice for nighttime. I also recommend something with white noise and something with like a little light I could turn on at night. The one thing I love postpartum were the Freedom Mom boxer underwear. They felt like I was wearing like a comfy pair of spandex instead of having to use a diaper or the stuff that the hospital provides. These were just a lot more comfier. One more piece of advice I have to say is to keep everything from the hospital. I'm saying the wristband you and baby are wearing, the thing they use to measure your baby's height, the blankets, the hat. Literally take everything home. I'm telling you right now, you will be so thankful you did. I've been working on my baby's first year scrapbook since I was pregnant, and I am obsessed with his delivery page. It is everything I wanted and more, and it's because I have all the things from the hospital on there. That first day was tricky because I was coming off of drugs for a C-section, and Adam asked the nurses to keep the little thing that they measured him with, and I'm so glad he did that. It was like the cutest thing. He's like, oh, I kept this for you. And I end up putting that on his scrapbook page, and I like love it. So I just recommend saving it all. If you're doing a scrapbook page, do it. If you're doing like a shadow box, that works great too. So I hope if you're a first-time mom or just about to have a baby or want to have a baby someday, this video did help you in some type of way. I know these videos have helped me. If nobody watches this, then whatever. At least I can watch it for my next baby. I just feel like nowadays everyone makes it seem like you need all these things, and you don't. Like, you don't need all these extra things. Just like take the bare minimum, pack early, and just enjoy every little bit of it. I mean, it's hard to enjoy back labor, don't get me wrong, but I would do it all over again. Thank you so much for watching, and I do have a lot of these products linked down in my link tree. I have a couple different categories, one for postpartum stuff, one for baby essentials. But a lot of the products that I talked about, I have my recommendations down there, and a lot of them are actually pretty good priced. I like to find cheaper items if I can. Take a look at that if you are interested. I would really appreciate that. And thank you so much for watching.
I never thought I'd fly